store for you in this one. A top 10 showdown early in the season, a measuring stick game, and one that both of these teams hope will propel them to bigger and better things. Welcome, everyone, to the home of the LSU Fighting Tigers, Baton Rouge and Tiger Stadium. As we'll see, the number 10 team in the country, the Oregon Ducks, taking on a team from the playoff a year ago, the LSU Tigers. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, let's get this thing started. Will put a foot to it for the opening kickoff. And he's not going to take the touchback. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. This place is roaring, and it's going to be so hard to operate under these conditions. The gun, the inside give. And they'll start the night with a rush and maybe get back to the line of scrimmage. Boy, there wasn't much room to wiggle for that running back there.
None at all. Great job by the defense getting in the backfield quickly, closing up all the holes, nowhere to run.
Looking to fire. Finds his target down the middle. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks.
When you play zone coverage and you got a wide receiver that's a beast, it becomes very, very difficult. Got to make sure I play physical and maybe even shade the side of the wide receiver having a lot of success.
Red pass, it's complete. Stopped at the 47 after a 10-yard gain.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver, and you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offensive success.
Quickly to the tight end. And that's a very productive first down play and bringing up 2nd and 3.
Nice quick throw there. And it's so important for quarterbacks to be able to find a rhythm and to be comfortable and confident. You want to just get the ball out quickly, make it an accurate and easy throw. And you can tell that these two guys, they rep that play in practice all the time, and it's now showing up here on game day.
Here's the handoff. Turning it on. They are on the move down to the 32, and they pick up another first down. No matter what uniform the Ducks are rocking, they are dressed for success on the ground.
And that's who they are, right? They're dressed for success. They run the football, and then after that, what do? They run it some more, and they run it fast. Every Oregon team always been built on that tempo and ground game.
He's going to be able to pick up a few yards before the slide.
Nice job by the QB, sitting back in the pocket. You can tell he wants to throw the football, go through his progressions. Nothing home, take off, and slide. I love this slide at the end. Don't take a big shot.
They'll go to the air on 2nd and short. That one never had a chance. Incomplete.
What a play by the defender that time, because he's matched up one-on-one man coverage against an outstanding wide receiver, and it's the defender who makes the play. Really, really good position. He was up to the challenge. Interesting to see if this quarterback goes his way again.
Picks up enough to give them 1st and 10 from the 13.
I think throughout the week in practice, when they were game planning their opening script, I don't even know if they envisioned it going as well as it has. This has been beautiful. Nice balance, really nice.
And into the end zone. They'll finally get him stopped at the 1-yard line. What a run there.
Man, you gotta love the offense coming out with a plan. They're gonna feed their running back. Great job featuring him, great job setting the physical tone, and they punched this defense right in the mouth and already got them back on their heels.
They'll try to run it in. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Oregon.
I don't know how many people expected this to happen, playing on the road in this environment against a better opponent, but they showed tremendous poise on the opening drive. Nice execution. They score the touchdown. That was big time.
And with the extra point, they get the first 7 of the game. So a drive there of 85 yards, and they capped it off with a 1-yard plunge. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. The lone back's got it. Makes the tackle at the 32, but they were backed up inside their 20, and they pick up 15. The Bayou Bengals have been able to put on an aerial circus in recent years, but the foundation, a running game.
Yeah, don't forget about the run game. That starts everything, right? Because if you can run it, you can throw it, you can create some balance and keep defenses off guard. But I think LSU does a really good job of always establishing the run game first. Then they'll get to their playmakers and all the speed out wide.
Making side adjustments here. Off play action. Throws to the wideout. And he dropped it, just didn't work the thing all the way in.
Hopefully that's not going to affect the quarterback's confidence going back to this guy later. That was a catch he should have made. He dropped it. Let's see what the QB does moving forward.
They'll try the run. He's not going to make it. What a job by this defense to stop him in his tracks.
It's hard to run on a defense that comes off the ball like that and runs to the football like that. Good luck. No holes anywhere.
This is an opportunity to show your offense you believe in them. Their opening drive of the game, still in their own territory, going for it on 4th down. The throw. Complete out of the backfield, looking for the sticks. Back down, but they'll move the sticks for a 1st down. The definition of 4-down territory has changed over the last few years. It extended into their own territory there.
Anywhere, everywhere. Just look at the card, right? That card's supposed to tell us what to do. But maybe I'll go for it anyways. This offense took a little bit of a gamble, but they get the 1st down. Nothing to worry about, Reese.
Wants to go up top on 1st down. Hauls it in. And a 9-yard gain on 1st down leaves him with 2nd and short.
Early in the game, as a DB, I'm settling in. It's okay if I give up 4, 6, 7 yards. I'm just trying to get settled in, gauge the speed, and then later on, I can adjust to the speed of the game.
On the move, it's Hodges. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. And the Tigers want to move quickly. His Billings after that lick, but he did get the 1st down. The Tigers come to the line with a fresh set of downs.
You know, one of the areas that separate good offensive coordinators from great ones is how efficient their offenses are on 3rd down passing plays. That was the perfect call at the perfect time and obviously executed.
And he's knocked down immediately, but not before he moves the chains. Now inside the 20, 1st and 10 from the 18. From the red zone, he's going to throw it. Going for 6. Touchdown, Tiger. Snagged in the end zone to give them 6.
Yeah, this offense, man, they look good. They looked great last week, obviously putting up huge numbers. Again this week, coming out the gates in the 1st quarter with the scoring drive. This offense is putting the college football world on notice.
They they're set to kick it off. You think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field? And he's going to bring this one out. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. They'll try to put something together, backed up a bit, starting at their own 13. Looking to throw on first down. Got his man on the right. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down.
I'll tell you, this guy has to get touches early in games. They're doing a good job of that right now. He's so dangerous once he has the ball in his hands. And I think if you're on offense, you move him around and you find more creative ways to get him involved.
To the air on first down. The sure hands, it's open. Turns it on in midfield. Just a tremendous play to wrap up this first quarter for the offense. Boy, that'll give you some options as we start the second. They fought to a standstill in the first. Let's see who gets the edge early in the second. So after the break, they'll go back to work. The give on the option. And he is snuffed out, greeted by a host of defenders.
Well, they're trying to run the football there, just nowhere to go. They got dominated up front at the point of attack.
To the air on second down. Bringing the heat. Time running out, and he goes down at the 34.
Well, this guy's become a bit of a problem for opposing offenses. In their last game, he had 2 sacks, and he's dominating again, getting his first sack in this game now. He right now is wrecking people's game plans, and this offense better find out how to slow him down.
Fires to the wideout. Can't make the connection on third down thanks to that tough, hard-nosed pass defense, and now it's fourth down. They'll play it safe and try for 3. This whole play is going to see if this kicker can operate in the sea of noise. It is true as he puts 3 on the board. And guys, after the field goal, now they have the lead. So after putting 3 on the board, the kickoff team is out there ready to boot it away. And he passes on the touchback. Here he comes. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. They're still looking for a little more productivity as they trail 10-7. Takes a handoff. It's Perez. Pushes ahead for 2. They'll mark it at the 17. LSU quick to the line.
And after that run, getting right back up to the line of scrimmage to go hurry up, defense has to be ready.
Unloads to the wideout. Complete to the left. They finally get to him, but what a play there to pick up the first down. And yet another Bayou Bengal baller on the outside who can just go get it.
And if I'm a quarterback, man, I love throwing to these guys. It doesn't have to be perfect. I don't have to fit it in the box. I know my receiver out wide will make plays. LSU has had guy after guy after guy that you can name that can do that, and they might just have another one.
Might be looking to run. He'll pull it down and run. Across the 50 and knocked out of bounds at the 48. An explosive play gets this offense working. The Tigers getting set on 1st and 10. Looking to throw on first down. Heaves it deep. A full dive to haul that one in. And that big gainer on the last one has them threatening from inside the 10. They'll dial up the run on 1st and goal. He pushes his way down to the 4 as they get closer and closer. Now the offense tries to punch it in on 2nd and goal. Back to pass. Trying to bail in. Into the hallelujah land. Touchdown, Bayou Bengals. Well, they started with horrible field position, but ended with perfect field position in the middle of the end zone.
It all comes down to execution, Reese. You've got to have guys going out and doing their jobs. You saw the offensive line up front. They were physical. Skilled players made it happen with the ball in their hands, and the quarterback really showed command on that last drive.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. No shot at a return. It's out in the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. All wideouts, no backs. They'll start this drive with a pass. With the catch, it's Pitts. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the 1st down. And the Ducks can play this 2nd down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Quick strike complete. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. On 3rd and short, they'll try to convert through the air. Snagged out of the air. And they'll pick up the 1st down and mark it at the 47. The Ducks want to crank the tempo.
Really nice job there by the quarterback, understanding that it's zone coverage on 3rd down. You're going to have to find someone working into a soft spot, get the ball out of your hands quickly, make an accurate throw, and pick up the 1st. Well done.
The Ducks are marching down the field.
A nice passing game by this offense. The quarterback and the receiver on the same page, in time, in rhythm, creates the big play. And look at it, they're right back on the football, ready to run another play.
Finally corralled, but not before. He picks up the 1st down. They're threatening to score, and they'll throw it. Fires into the end zone. Makes the catch down the right side, but not able to keep his foot in bounds. He was close, so close to a touchdown. Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down.
Oh, and the offense just misses connecting on that touchdown. Receiver could not get his foot back in bounds. Get that.
Pulls it in the end zone. Touchdown, Ducks!
It's hard for a defense to have to cover so much space. When the offense goes empty, you get receivers and tight ends and running backs lined up out wide. You've got to expand, and it's harder to cover on the back end.
The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. And he's going to bring it out. And the returner will be brought down. Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. He wastes no time and comes out throwing. He fires one deep down the right side.
Well, you knew you were going to see it in this game, throwing the go route to one of the fastest players in all of college football. This receiver strikes fear in the heart of every defense because he's got elite track speed. He's going to blow the combine up in the 40-yard dash because of his wheels. Not able to connect with the quarterback on that one, but you know he has the defense's attention.
On 3rd and long, doesn't need to take the check down. Got his man to the left. Doesn't quite make it to the 1st down marker. He's a yard short. And how about this lower intestinal fortitude? 4th and 1 in your own territory, and they're going. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Fires downfield. Makes the grab play for the 1st down. He goes out of bounds, maybe a step shy of the 40. They're going to mark it at the 39, and a really nice pickup there. LSU with the 1st and 10 here. Wants to throw on first down. Good hands in there by the defense to force the incompletion.
Well, you haven't seen a ton of incompletions in this game, and that's good news for this QB. Obviously, he struggled his last game out. Part of that was the defense. Part of that was him not playing as well as he wanted to. But in this game,
he's going to let one fly down the middle. Catch inside the 25. He flips his field in an instant, and he's got him set up at the 20. Quarterback making adjustments. They'll throw it from the red zone. Now he's going to break the pocket. Makes the grab. He's run out of bounds after the big gain, and they are in business. First and goal. Wants to throw it. Got rid of it quickly, but it's incomplete.
And this offense shows right away on first down. They're willing to pass down here. Does this soften them up a little bit for the run here on second down and goal?
Can the defense stop them again on second and goal? Leaves it with the running back. And he is stopped, not getting close to the end zone. Line of scrimmage still at the 3.
And with the stuff there, Jesse, on second down, this little third to mid-range, you got 2 downs. What are you thinking here?
maybe getting your court.
Touchdown, Tigers! Fit it in the window for the score.
And I just love the execution by this offense. Late in the half, man, you want to take the lead. You want to get that momentum on your side, and they do it. They finish it with the passing game. And tell you what, keep that passing game up. You can keep this lead, keep the momentum, and keep putting up numbers.
Looks like he's going to bring it out. They drag him down at the 22. He gambled for the big return out of the end zone and came up a little short. They'll snap this one to start the drive from their own 22. They'll go to the ground. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain. Quick tempo, no huddle offense. Second down, clock's running. Intercepted, and the defense has set him up. Finally brought down, but what a play, not only to get the football, but to flip the field position with the return.
And I like the aggressiveness. I understand you're down, right before the half. You want to go get some points, but you can't turn the football over here. Now you've set the other team up in a position to maybe get more.
Picked off to stop the threat. He goes down after the short return, but what a play to get the football back.
Well, how about that? I mean, they knew this defense was good defending the pass, but that had more to do with who's in the secondary, not necessarily who's up front. David, his best Pollock impersonation, picking that one off.
Yeah, baby, you don't get many opportunities to drop in coverage. You don't get many balls thrown.
Lofts one high and deep. And that ball is hauled in inside the 35. A massive pickup on that one, and they're in business at the 21. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Looking downfield on first down. Touchdown, Oregon! Grabbed in the end zone to put 6 on the board.
One of the areas they really focused on with this receiver in the offseason was, we need you to make more plays for us in the end zone. When we're taking shots, we need you to be able to step up and make tough catches. And David, what a grab right there.
And I think a lot of that has to do with trusting your guy, knowing where he's going to be, knowing when he's going to sit down, when he's not. So being on the same page, and then having a guy that can go get it. Just when the ball is near him, he's going to make the play, just like he did right there for 6 points.
In front of them as they open this possession from their own 20. Wants to go up top on first down. Well, the quarterback can make a big play when he starts moving around. And the DB forcing the incomplete pass with the deflection.
And it's funny, right before that play, I'm thinking to myself, I wonder if this offense is just going to play conservative here with the field position, the fact they haven't scored a ton of points so far in this game, and just run the ball and take it into halftime. No, they're being aggressive, and not just that. They're taking deep shots way down the field, but give the defense credit. They were ready for it, forcing that incompletion.
Oh, he loves to fire downfield. That one will be incomplete, and we are down to 10 seconds to go.
Well, the offense is doing their best to try and at least get into field goal range here at the end of the first half. So they take a vertical shot down the field, but give the defense credit. Lots of eyes back there on the quarterback. They're able to break on the ball and make sure that throw falls incomplete.
They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for one or two more plays. Just enough time for one final play of the half. The offense changing the play. On fourth down, looking for the completion. He hurls one deep down the left side. Pass is incomplete, and that's going to do it for the first half. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update. And the Ducks will kick it off to start the second half. And he's not going to take the touchback. Stopped at the 17, and he's probably second-guessing that return. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. Tight game as we start the third quarter, and we'll see what type of adjustments they made at halftime.
And getting the ball first here, I think, is such a big deal. Like, I get the first chance to make a statement, to make the adjustments, to create.
Lots of room to run. Past the 40. Past the 10. Touchdown, LSU. And that one will give them the lead. Like a Thanksgiving turkey. They're just being caught. No shot. They have no idea how to get in this quarterback's head.
He's on fire. Everything he's doing is working defensively. We got to figure something out. We got to try to do something a little bit different. Bring more pressure. At this rate, shoot, he's on so much fire, you might as well just send everybody. Blitz everybody, live with the results, because everything else ain't working anyways.
Knocked down right at the 25, and I guess he breaks even, bringing it out of the end zone. The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. First play of the drive, wants to throw. Fires one high and deep. Grabs it inside the 15. You want to talk about shifting the field in an instant. He's got it all the way down to the 10-yard line. The Ducks look to do some damage in the red zone. Looking to throw on first down. Can't make the grab. Quarterback just missed him a little bit. Going to work on second down in the red zone, and still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. They'll throw again after the incompletion. Working that wide receiver screen. Touchdown, Ducks! And they take it in for 6 more points.
This offense is high octane, boy, and you just saw it. Not a lot of...
Oh, they block it. He's got it, and he can go with it. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And they finish it off by connecting from 10 yards out. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. He'll take the return, try to get better field position. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. They torched this defense with an explosive passing play for a score last time out. Let's see if they go right back at him. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there. Still a little ground to cover. Pick up the first. And the Tigers can really attack on this 2nd and short. Quarterback on the keeper. Breaks into the open. And the explosiveness, the big gainer gets it to the 49-yard line.
And if I'm this defense, man, number 1, 2, and 3 is stopping this quarterback, and he's done it by air and now by land. Like running the option, having success. We got to get dialed in. He is the playmaker on this offense. I got to go stop him.
Off the play fake on 1st down. Steps away to find some room. Fires to the big fella. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. Backed up now. Here's 2nd and long. Wants to go up top. All down, and they'll move the sticks as he picks up the 1st down.
Well, the defense did a nice job taking everything away down the field, but once the drag route was caught, they just couldn't rally to the ball carrier in time to make a tackle, and as a result, new set of downs.
Open space at the 25. Now he's got it all the way down to the 21-yard line, and they are threatening on 1st down.
Every offense wants to be able to run the ball and be physical, especially on 1st down. And you want to create 2nd and short, 3rd and short, or just get 1st downs like that run right there.
Off the RPO, complete. Touchdown, Tigers! Made the grab and took it on in for the score.
It's so nice as a quarterback when it's not just your receivers that are dangerous after the catch. How about the yak ability by this tight end? He's a guy that can stretch the field. He can make DBs miss, and he's got speed. He's a generational talent. He's really helping out this offense.
And he makes the extra point. And he's going to bring this one out. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. Last drive went for 6. We'll see if they can do it again. To the air on 1st down. They'll throw it to the back on the screen. They've got him now. He almost picked up that 1st down on the screen.
Love the execution there on the screen. The running back shows pass protect, pass protect. Last second turns around, so he's able to get the ball. The D linemen have already run past him. Now he can turn upfield for a big gainer.
It's complete to the left. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that 1st down marker.
Guys at the backfield now, it's not just run the ball downhill anymore. You got to be versatile. I got to be able to trust you in the pass game, and I got to be able to throw you the football, and you can do that right there. I know you're going to catch it, and I can depend on it.
Gets it out to the 27-yard line, and they'll move the chains for a 1st down.
Nice job being physical by this offensive line, getting the 1st down, and what do they do right away? Right back on the football, ready to run some tempo.
And he's brought down after a nice gain. It's not just the dual threat guy. You go back to Dan Fouts or Bill Musgrave or even Justin Herbert, and passers not in short supply for the Ducks.
And when you think about the Ducks, you always think about the fancy uniforms. I think that's one of the first things that come to mind, but the guys you just named, it's been built on flash, but it's also been built on substance. Great players in their tradition, in their history, and just like now, just in the recent history, Bo Nix, another one of those guys that's put up big numbers.
Got enough for the 1st. And they'll finally get him down after a terrific pickup. The Ducks headed quickly to the line.
And how about that? Right after they get the explosive play running the ball, they're going right back to the line of scrimmage for some tempo.
Wide open downfield. He hauled that one in and got it down to the 15-yard line. They might have the defense's head spinning a little bit now. Hit them with a big run, now they hit them with a big pass.
Man, it's so hard to defend both. You know that. Which coverage do I want to put? Do I want to put more people in the box to stop the run? When you've got this kind of balance on offense, the defense can't be right.
And the Ducks had tough field position to start this drive, but they've been relentless in moving the ball methodically down the field. He's got it on the run. And he'll go out of bounds just short of the goal line, and they've got it right on the doorstep.
And now he's in the 400 club, 400. That's a pretty good day at the office when you're putting up over 400 yards. This defense hadn't had a lot of answers.
The Ducks are threatening on 1st and goal. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Oregon. This guy's putting the Oregon offense on his shoulders, carrying them however you want, on the ground or through the air.
I mean, so fun to watch when you got a guy that can do this. And we've seen it with the Ducks in history, man. They've had some great ones that put their team on their shoulders. You need me to run it, I'll run it. You need me to throw it, I can do that too.
They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. Just into the end zone, and he'll bring it out. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. This drive will start from the 19-yard line. Using his legs, it's Hodges. Makes it past the marker. He's brought down at the 29 after a 10-yard gain.
I'll tell you what, a few more runs like that, and defensively you start thinking, more guys in the box, more big guys. I better stop this guy because he's unbelievable. Just a great job breaking off the big run, and the OC is going to give him the ball some more.
Wants to adjust the pattern. Looking to throw on 1st down. Blasted as he lets it go. It's incomplete and maybe a little too aggressive from this senior trying to fit that one in there.
Yeah, and this defense hadn't had a lot of success. This offense has been doing what it wants and will finally get into the QB, finally getting some pressure, finally getting a big hit on him. That'll pay some dividends down the road.
Back to pass on 2nd down. Throws to the wideout. A strike downfield. Oh, he's got some space. And that one looked as if it might go all the way, but they picked up more than 40 yards before the touchdown-saving tackle. LSU getting set on 1st and 10. Wants to throw on 1st down. Pulls it in. It's Hodges. He'll get down to the 22 before going out of bounds. After that last completion, it's 2nd down. Rides the back and leaves it. Really good running, gets it into the red zone, and they'll have it at the 16. These two quarterbacks have produced as we check out their numbers after 3. Not only is the scoreboard on their side, but so too is time as we open the 4th. They'll go back to work with a 1st down in the final period. Leaves it with the back. Shakes off the defender.
That's just a really nice job by the running back, making the first guy miss and going to get positive yards. This guy's got some wiggle, you saw it on that play.
2nd down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Caught in the backfield, it's Hodges. They've got it down to the 3-yard line. Really well done on that throw and catch. And guys, a perfect opportunity here to take the lead late. From the gun. He gets rid of it, but I don't think they're going to let him get away with that. Nope, here comes the flag. Second and goal for this offense.
Let's get that time.
Looking to fire. Moving, keeping the eyes downfield. Can't hang on in the end zone, and that one is going to drive him crazy when he watches it. It'll be third down. Trying to pick up a first down. Quarterback making checks. On third and long, no secret what he needs here. It's incomplete. He was shooting for the end zone right there.
Tell you what, I don't know if the offense was expecting man coverage that time. Third and long in field goal range, you're expecting it to be zone. Instead, they lock them up man-to-man, everybody on an island, and everybody won. They get the incompletion, now setting up fourth.
So on fourth down, here comes the field goal kicker in a huge spot. And the try is no good. And guys, not only a miss, but a missed opportunity to take the lead.
And sometimes I just feel like fourth down, man, just go for it every time. Like the field goal miss, make rate. And listen, kickers have improved the last couple of years, but you left some points off the scoreboard there.
He'll keep it himself. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused on this. Assignment football, making sure the dive, the quarterback, the pitch, all taken away. Nowhere to go with the football that time offensively. The defense coming up with a huge negative play.
They are calling for their defense in Baton Rouge. A huge third down coming up. From the gun, wants to pass. Trying to make magic on the scramble. They stay aggressive and push their way out to the 33, and it's first down.
Oh, it's a backbreaker for this defense. QB scrambling and picking up the first down with the lead here in the fourth quarter. It's going to keep this drive alive. They're going to bleed more seconds off the clock. Not what you were hoping for if you're on D that last play.
And this set of downs gets started from the 33, first and 10. Pass to Sticks and still on his feet. They get him down at the 49, but not before he picks up 15.
Really impressed with the running back. His stats haven't been great, right? Every yard has been hard to come by, but these are some of the best runs we've seen in the game by him, and it's happening at the most important time here in the fourth quarter.
Sends it back in motion. Looking downfield on first down. Floats it out in space. Tackled almost immediately. They're well short of the first down.
What's important in this game, this offense gets the running back involved out in the perimeter in space where he can do some damage. That time they got it to him throwing the football. He picked up a couple of yards, but it gives the defense something to think about.
Reads it, fires complete. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there, still a bit short of the first down.
Yeah, and listen, I'm going to move this guy everywhere. He was in the slot this time, but I'm not going to let the defense understand where he's lining up so they can double team him, put him in the slot, put him out wide. Either way, find this guy early and often.
They've got it inside the 40 at the 39 as they pick up the first down.
And there's nothing more demoralizing for a defense than when you're losing, you know they're going to run the football, they're trying to run the clock, and you can't stop them. They've got to be more aggressive, bring more guys to the line of scrimmage. They've got to stop this ground game and get the ball back.
And that defender was just smothering the quarterback on that screen attempt. You know, the QB's taught to hold on to it to the last possible second. He had no shot trying to negotiate that defender.
Second down, they'll go to the air. Got him downfield. He's finally stopped, but not before he takes it into the red zone. They'll mark it at the 18. In that loss last week, he just never got comfortable. Threw 3 picks, but much better today.
Much better taking care of the football. Listen, being the leader, he made the one mistake, but did a good job moving on from it, leading this offense, and ultimately getting the dub today.
They're looking to pass from the red zone. Completes it in the middle. The ball is down at the 14 after that grab.
And a nice job working the middle of the field. I think it's so important to keep defenses honest, and you can't just dink and dunk outside. You got to work the middle. Great job finding this wide receiver over the middle of the field.
They just keep firing. Makes the grab on the left. They'll get it down to the 8-yard line on that throw and catch, and the defense is backed up against the wall.
The thing I like about this slot receiver, he's really intentional in his route run. The quarterback always knows exactly where he's going to be on the field. They've got great chemistry.
The clock winds down to the 2-minute timeout, and this offense will try to drain away the time and secure the victory. Really need to pick up this conversion and avoid having to settle for the field goal. On 3rd and short, they'll try to pick it up on the ground here. They get him stopped at the 2, but it'll be 1st and goal.
Yeah, it's make or break time for this defense now. They got to get a stop, and if it's bringing more bodies in, bringing more beef in, they're running the football right up the gut, right at you. They're not going to throw the football in this situation. Time to be more physical and get this big stop.
A 1st down run in the red zone. And they just tried to slam it in from the doorstep, but they went nowhere, and it'll be marked down at the 1. Calling a timeout here, you have to avoid making a mistake in this situation. Touchdown, Ducks! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
This is like having an extra running back in your backfield. This quarterback is magic. When he decides to keep the football, he can make people look absolutely silly. He shows you on that play.
And he splits the uprights and pushes the lead to 8 here in the 4th. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And he takes this from inside the 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. A little bit backed up to start this drive from their own 18-yard line. Linebackers moving, trying to confuse the quarterback. He wants to change this route. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Unloads it left. Makes the grab. And he surges up to the 36-yard line, and they'll move the chain.
Get you some of that. And with that completion, now he's over 400 yards on the day. That's a really, really good game for this quarterback. He's been almost flawless.
Looking to scramble. And that one falls incomplete, trying to get a chunk play on that one.
This really has been a masterclass by the quarterback with decision-making, right? We've already seen him throw multiple touchdown passes in the game. He's understood when to take his shots and when to throw it away when things aren't there, like on that last play.
Going to swing it on 2nd down. Now moving to his right, looking for anyone that's open. He's going to be out of bounds, but not before he gets it to midfield. He knew exactly what they needed there, made the play, and got out of bounds to stop the clock.
And you got to keep this turbo mode on, right? We got to keep going fast. The clock's running down. 4th quarter, need a score. Great execution to get the 1st down. We need a lot more of this on this drive.
He is going to have nightmares about that one. A big gainer right there for the taking, and he missed it. So now it's 2nd and long. Back to pass. And he really needed to hold on to that one, but it was not loose, and 3rd down is coming.
And this is a tough spot now to be in for this offense because it's 3rd and long. The defense knows you have to pass the football, so they're going to be playing conservative. So what's your play you can dial up? Maybe get half of this back. Like, I know the clock is ticking, but I got to make sure that I maybe cut this down. And
there we go. And he picks up the 1st down, but he will remember the price he paid after that hit. The Tigers will snap it on 1st and 10. Use the play fake. Now to throw. Going for it all. And incomplete on the deep ball.
And I'm so interested to see how this young man responds, man. Like, he has been really good all game long. Put up some big numbers, but now it's prime time. It's a big moment. Can he step up in this spotlight, make a big drive, make a big play for his team to maybe go win this football game?
And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
And the D chooses to bring pressure. A lot of times, big moments when you get in these fourth quarters regardless, like pull the trigger, be aggressive, bring the pressure to them. They do. Hit the QB as he's throwing.
And he can't find anyone open, and down he goes. A sack here late in the fourth. Down a possession here in the fourth, and they'll need to convert on this fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. He's going to fire to the left. And that one is picked up in the end zone.
And that is a backbreaker. It's fourth down, though. Listen, you got to throw the football. You got to try to make a play. But the defense came up big in a big moment.
Defense might bring the house here. Trying to start the drive with a pass. Under fire. And the pressure will get there. The sack. Down he goes in the waning moments. That could be a costly play. The roar of the crowd trying to fuel this defense to keep them pinned in their own end. They go to the ground. And there was nowhere to go. Just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. Better get that seismograph ready here in Death Valley. Huge third down coming. Just feeds the running back. He's not going to make it to the sticks, and what a stop against one of the best third down offenses in the country. Guys, if you want to go strictly by the rankings, I guess